What might men dislike the most if they were to become women? Obvious answer: menstruation. Pose. Childbirth. A shit ton of men who want kids now would never want kids if they were the ones expected to make and birth them. Years ago there were a couple radio DJs who did a bit where they tried one of those contraction simulators, and the one legit decided he no longer wanted kids because he didn't want to put his partner through that. The pain is honestly one of the least concerning and impactful things about pregnancy and childbirth, ETA, and postpartum. There's so much more to the entire experience and what it does to your body and mind. You're just expected to take care of your incredibly weary body and a tiny, helpless creature, often with little to no help, on months of very little sleep. Postpartum depression tore me apart until I thought there was nothing left. The way women talk about it, having a period. And related to this, the cost of women's hygiene products. Sometimes I think about how much money I save just by being a guy. Women's hygiene products, and also makeup. Not to mention the time it takes me to get ready to go anywhere. I can take a 10-minute shower and run out the door no problem. But if a woman decides not to wear makeup, people are asking her if she's feeling well. Bras are also so expensive. If you have big boobs, some women can just slap a couple of band-aids on there and be done with it. But some of us need infrastructure. Everyone assumes you don't know what you're fucking talking about. No matter how much you know. Women need to have confidence. Woman does something, confidently. Are you sure, hun? Let's just double check your work real quick. Time passes. Why can't women just have more confidence? Like that neuroscientist who got mansplained by someone who then recommended she read her own work. Upworthy.com/neuroscientist-mansplain-response-RP2. I once went to a gay bar in a dress. While waiting at the bar for a drink, someone passed behind me and placed both hands on my hips as they did. This has never once happened to me while dressed as a dude. If you're a guy and you do this to women, fam, cut that shot out immediately. Did he give you the obligatory "excuse me sweetheart" as he did it? Ha ha. Now though, dudes looking for an excuse to touch you are annoying. Like the ones who go in for an ass grab during a hug. For many, it would be being treated like they treat women. Going to the doctor, specifically in pain at the ER, or getting a procedure such as a D&C or IUD placed without pain medication. Or a cervical biopsy or laser surgery. This will only feel like a little pinch. There are no nerve endings on the cervix. Having people just walk up to me and demand my attention and then act like I'm an asshole or get mad if I don't really want to engage. When my wife is alone, she just gets approached randomly, and I've seen it happen from afar. People act like she exists just to interact with them. She's been cornered in rooms by men and felt like she can't leave, and plenty of women have had that same experience. I haven't felt trapped or cornered or have had someone make me physically uncomfortable since I was a young child and would not ever want to feel that way again. If my ex-husband was to be believed, periods. He said they were disgusting and complained endlessly about all the shitty stuff to do with hygiene products. Also bitterly complained about being deprived of sex for that 4 to 5 day time. I'm a very, very clean person, would hand wash anything bloodstained before putting it in the laundry. I used to wish he could go through it for perspective. He was married twice more that I know of. I always wondered how the next two coped. JFC, this guy sounds like a nightmare. Being grossly invalidated or ignored for, specifically, reproductive treatments during hospital visits, but also for general health issues. All the maintenance that is required to create that effortlessly beautiful, sexy, cute look. How men treat you when no other men are looking. The constant criticisms over every little fucking thing by complete strangers. Not being taken seriously, and when you call attention to it, you're being bitchy. Being assumed to be ignorant about a subject you have expertise in. Being infantilized. Your hobbies and interests, if feminine coded, will be seen as lesser. Even when you take up a masculine hobby, you will be constantly questioned. You won't be listened to because people assume you don't have any clue what you're talking about. Your concerns will be seen as minimal, or lesser. You will be seen as nagging when you bring up a real concern. You bring it up again, and nothing. You will be ignored and dismissed by doctors. You'll feel very small in this world. How the world perceives you. If you're passionate as a man, you're hysterical as a woman. You show any temper, it must be that time of the month. Even if you are a leader in your field, your opinion isn't as good as your male counterpart, because you have ovaries and not testicles. Being afraid or at least cautious when outside, by yourself, at night. Not being able to pee standing up,